Shalom Mishpaha YisraYah, Raah Dawid YisraYah, sitting here live. We welcome you all to Shamah YisraYah. Greetings in the most blessed name of Yeshua HaMashiach, as we greet you all on this Shabbat evening, as Yah has granted unto us on this beautiful Yom Hashishi, and as He has granted unto us to enter into the Shabbaton, a time of rest, that we may delight bountifully in the blessings, the riches of Yah, as He reveals unto us the dynamic nature and the power of Yeshua HaMashiach. That is vitally important for us in this season, the time that we are in, that we must know Him, that we are delivered from the powers of darkness, that our minds are not brought under the shabuth of the captivity, under the powers of these strange spirits that have alienated us from Almighty Yah. We must draw near unto Almighty Yah, and the only way we're going to do that is by this profound revelation of Torah light, and that is only through Yeshua HaMashiach. It is not through some damned of a pagan name. It is only through one name, and that is the only name. I am not going to be apologetic in my speech as I assault the other hybrid and phony fake names that assault the Most High. I will not be apologetic, YisraYah. It is time out that we must succumb to the very ills of this world and this religious society. We must stand as Geber, strong men that are warriors, that are not willing to succumb to the powers of hell. We stand in the power of Yah's Ruach, having YisraYah, the sword of the Ruach, that revelation of Yeshua HaMashiach that we delight in greatly. I welcome you all, Raah Dawid YisraYah, here on Shamah YisraYah. It has been a blessed week for me. Always there are trials and certain things that we must endure for the excellence of the kingdom. And we must endure those things, knowing that we have a greater promise that shall be granted unto us all at the coming of Hamashiach. And as one that has been elected before the foundations of the earth, I do rejoice greatly in all the promises of Almighty Yah. And so must you as well, YisraYah. We must rejoice in the promises of our Abba. The telephone number is area code 843-658-6222. I want to hear from you, YisraYah. You have questions. If there are things that you do not understand quite well, and if I cannot answer it, you can trust me that I will diligently search the Chatvei until I find the answer. It may not be the resolute that you or I are looking for, but it will certainly be from the chronicles of the Chatvei of what Torah commands, what it speaks unto us, and that we walk and abide in those principles that will produce the power of the witness of Yeshua HaMashiach. We have no power of that witness unless man can see the power of his ahab in our bosom, that we share one toward another. And not only that, there is a great desire to fulfill the commands of our Abba, and we do with great delight, YisraYah. I do want to talk a bit as you prepare to call in. I want to hear from you. The telephone number is area code 843-658-6222. This is Raah Dawid YisraYah, sitting here live on this Shabbaton. And as we have been waiting diligently for the coming or the approach of Yeshua HaMashiach into the city of Jerusalem, that he may penetrate the veneer of our minds, and that he may deposit in our ruach the wisdom, understanding, the knowledge of the Torah of Yah. And as we sat waiting, the sound of the shofar, the warning, lets us know Yeshua is in the city of Yerushalayim. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I do say that we all, as we gather here in the city of Yerushalayim, whereby the shalom of Yah is taught unto YisraYah, whereby we can reside and find ourselves in the presence of Yah from all of the tremendous mayhem that is taking place throughout the earth, as we see the nations and the nation of people rising up against governments of tyranny and even governments of the same status of this government in this nation. And we can come into Yerushalayim as we allow His Torah, the words, the Daba of Yah, to penetrate our minds, and that we meditate upon it. We can find the shalom of Almighty Yah, and then the power of that witness of Yeshua, it resonates from the inward parts, and we rejoice greatly and we delight in the abundance of the riches of our Abba in Yeshua HaMashiach. What a great delight that we can gather, although that you that have gathered with me, you're in different parts of the United States of America and other parts of the world, but yet we're gathered in the city of Yerushalayim to hear, to Shamah, what the Ruach of Yah speaks unto YisraYah. And we want to hear what Yah speaks, what He commands, His Savah, what He instructs. He commands us with His might and His power that we walk in the disciplines of His imat, His Torah. This is Shamah YisraYah, Pastor Raah Dawid YisraYah, sitting here live on tonight. I want to read from the Chatzvei. I want to read to Chatzuv here out of Giliana, Revelation. We as a people, we have been brought up in a system of prostitution. We have prostituted ourselves. We have sold ourselves, YisraYah, for the entertainment of our flesh. And we know that this carnal, this nature of a mind that has not been trained and disciplined by the Torah of Yah, it is an enemy, Ohib. It is an enemy of Almighty Yah. And we have prostituted ourselves just like a temple prostitute, that we may secure things unto our natural proclivity that has nothing to do with the spiritual reality of whom Yah is. And we've sold ourselves for little of nothing. It is a harlotry spirit that produced this kelep, this dog nature, whereby we have this contempt for Yah. We don't want messengers to deal with the vile nature of our activities, the sins that we transgress the Torah of Yah. We defy the Most High, and we do it with a deliberate action that we perform. And that is not the will of Almighty Yah. That is not His will, YisraYah. And as the messenger of Yah, Yochanan, as he was there on this secluded place of Patmos, and as the Ruach, as the Melechim began to deliver unto him the messengers of Yah, what was profoundly uttered, taken from the bosom of Yah, and the witness of Yeshua HaMashiach, the times what shall be, and what we shall see in this time of Acharith, the latter time that we shall experience as YisraYah, the troubles of Yaakov, we shall experience that, the true remnant of the house of YisraYah. And there is only one way that we're going to overcome. We're not overcoming by our religious posturing. It must be by the instructions of the Most High YisraYah. We have sold ourselves for what? For the trinkets of this damnable wicked society that calls us to prostitute ourselves, and we go and we run after every kind of delusional, damnable, twisted doctrine because we're trying to satisfy and appease our own flesh. We're going to die that way unless there is a transforming, a change, a renewing by the Ruach of Almighty Yah. Listen to what Yachanan says to us. He says here in Yachanan, Revelation, Gilyana, Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14. Gilyana, Revelation 22, verse 14. He says to YisraYah, bless or berach those that bow in the presence of Yah, those that bow to the commands of Yah, and they do with a great delight. Blessed are they that Asa fashion themselves in the power of his mitzvah. Blessed are those that do his mitzvah, that honors, that keep the commandments of Almighty Yah. I want to say to you, YisraYah, you cannot keep, you cannot Shamah, you cannot guard the commandments of Almighty Yah, his mitzvah, without the power of his Ruach. And without the power of his Ruach, you have no witness of the living power of his commands. Yeshua is that living power, YisraYah. I find it so common among the Hebrew Israelites that this natural-driven proclivity and their acts and their deeds and their ways is no different than this damn twisted world. They act just like them. They do the same thing. They participate in the same kind of damnable activities, and they reflect what the world reflects. Or they may not keep Christmas and Halloween and all of these damnable twisted pagan days, but their action, even in the way the women dress and the kinds of music and things that they pattern, even this esteeming of Yahweh, the world esteem Hashatan, and they pattern themselves after the same kind of actions as the world. Berach Avei, that do, that fashion themselves, keep themselves from this vile world, that do his mitzvah, his commandments. For what reason? That we as YisraYah, we may have a right to the tree of life, and that we may enter in through the gates into the city of Yah. We may enter in into the city of Jerusalem. This has a profound understanding of the time that we're in, and it has a profound wisdom of our daily practice as we allow the Ruach of Yah to guide us into the livable or the living way, which is only found in Yeshua. That is the only way we're going to enter in through the gates of Jerusalem, into the large place that we may enter into the Beit of Yah, his house, is that we, YisraYah, we fashion our minds according to the spiritual wisdom of the mitzvah, the commandments, the Torah of Yah. Our minds, we have allowed ourselves to be fashioned just like this damnable, twisted world. Our action, our attitudes, our philosophies are no different than this damn wicked world.